Welcome back, fellow enemies of the fire. We are here with one of our funnest things to do, which is talk about and complain about U.S. men's national team players. But the big plot twist this week is I think a lot of them played pretty well. So,
ooh la la.
Yeah, yesterday they played some Champions League games.
Yep.
And apparently Malik Tillman turned into Ronaldinho yesterday, man, with a goal and 2 assists. PSV looking good, making our guys look good all the time, or vice versa, I should say. I don't know, man. Is this one of these things that it's just like a blip on the radar for him, or is this like his coming out party?
We gotta wait and see, man. It's a small sample size. You gotta give it time. If he does this on a regular basis, then congratulations. This is his coming out party.
This isn't Pulisic yet, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for the kid. He has shown flashes before, and he's showing flashes now. I hope he locks it down, gets it.
I will say this though. I know we haven't gotten to him yet, but we'll continue with Malik Tillman stuff.
Well, Pepe, did Pepe score one of those goals? I mean,
it didn't say. It said Johan Bakayoko drives it home.
I mean, you got Tillman, and Pepe playing over
Pepe
there.
played the final 5 minutes off the bench while Richard Ledesma was an unused substitute.
Oh,
meanwhile, Pulisic keeps producing. Look at it, just another corner kick sets up Malik Thiaw's first goal with Milan to stun the Bernabeu.
That feels good. It feels good to see a world-class winger play and help raise his team to a victory at Real Madrid's home.
You know what? Real Madrid got called out on that. Real Madrid, I heard a lot of noise. People were saying, I forgot who. Someone said that Real Madrid players were just lazy. I forgot who. I gotta look it up again, but
I mean,
they were like, yeah, they're lazy.
Play every game. That's why they win La Liga. They play every game well. You can't take any off.
Who's not lazy, but who's also not rusty, but is actually trusty? It's Austin Trusty. And Cameron Carter-Vickers starting in Celtic's victory over RB Leipzig.
I don't know. Do you guys like this? I tend to not like when we have center back partners playing together.
Why the heck not?
Just because I feel like when you put together a national team, you need 4 completely different players. You need 2 left center back players who play completely different from each other, and 2 right center back.
Why would you not? But these are 2. This is a left and a right center back who actually have chemistry together. And which is instant chemistry, where they can look at each other, and unlike other players who might have to have the extra second where they have to say something, they can look at each other, point, and they know. It's like
I feel like it's easier for an offensive player, say like a Pulisic and a Yunus Musa, to go somewhere like to the U.S. and play a completely different system. I feel like they would be more comfortable doing that than like. For them to play now, for either of them to play now, Pochettino needs to play exactly how Celtic play.
Just keep in mind though, this is like a Celtic team that, I mean, with all due respect, the Scottish League is no like Serie A or La Liga.
RB Leipzig though, this is another tournament.
I know, but I always feel like it's kind of like a mirage sometimes, because I've seen Celtic, they could beat up on Dundee United 4-0, and then they could face off against Bayern Munich.
Is that any different than some of this MLS stuff? Some of these MLS teams? At least they have promotion relegation. At least they have that pressure.
Honestly,
and they also have pressure. Also, they have pressure to produce a trophy. They still got to be the best. Every team that's going to play them is bringing their best. They're basically the Bulls in 93 to 90, 91 to 98.
No,
and like everybody's always bringing their A game. They're the Blackhawks during their run. Everybody's always bringing their A game.
I get that, but like, you put this team against AC Milan. You put this team against Bayern Munich. Yeah. You put this team against Dortmund. You put this team against Ajax. You put this team against the big boys.
Ajax, they could probably deal with.
But what I'm saying is that they hit a brick wall. It's like all of a sudden
They do, but I kind of feel I feel James's point. I kind of like it better than them being at like lower tier team somewhere else.
It's not the same
pressure.
It's not the same development though. It's not the same development that like Pulisic is getting.
Winning
like,
isn't development. Playing winning soccer isn't development. DPG, come on.
Playing in Scotland is not the same as playing in Serie A.
Well, hold on. Level of talent. I understand. Yeah.
Development and form are different. I think Christian Pulisic is a world-class player, so his form is improving. Him as a player may not necessarily be improving because that's the level I thought he was at. Now, Trusty is different. Trusty I expect to improve, but Cameron Carter-Vickers is who Cameron Carter-Vickers is, which is good enough to be a part of the conversation and on the team, which means for him, I don't need him to try and break in at Real Madrid. I need him to find his Celtic home where he plays.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Where is the biggest hole on the back line for the U.S. men's national team?
Oh, I mean the center with it's the right until Dest is healthy, but the center.
Guys, the thing about Trusty though, think about this. At least for Trusty, that dude was already good in MLS. He's left. He's inevitably gotten better. Undoubtedly gotten better. And now imagine he comes back. He's even better than he already was when he was already.
I would actually like to see him
top level CB in MLS that you would definitely have one on your team.
I would like to see him go to the Bundesliga. I would like to see him go to maybe even La Liga. Like I would like to see him go to a much more competitive league. That it's every Sunday. Every match day feels like a championship game almost.
Mm. Yeah. So more like what Juventus has with Weston McKennie and Tim Weah.
And that AC Milan has with Christian Pulisic and yeah.
Where
every game.
So Weston McKennie and Tim Weah did play. They both featured off the bench from Serie A Juventus as they tied Lille 1-1 in France.
Yo, did you see that they sent home? So they signed a guy on loan to replace Weston McKennie, and they canceled the loan.
Wow.
They sent him back. It was I think he's at Arsenal or Liverpool. I always confuse those two because they're red.
It says that both McKennie and Weah will be fighting to start after not getting the nod on Tuesday.
Will they or will? I mean, I think McKennie's a lock to be in the. If he's not starting in the Champions League game, he's a lock on the weekend.
And if he's not a lock on the weekend, then he might be a lock on Greg Berhalter's wish list.
Honestly, man, it's like in situations like that, you kind of wonder, like, one of those guys got to give. Like, they have to go to a different setup, because they're basically competing with each other for playing time. When in reality, we need both those guys to play at the same time and get the full 90 minutes or whatever.
I mean, we need more minutes out of these guys, but it's good to see. But to be fair, like other countries don't stress that hard because they realize when their guys are at big teams, sometimes they play nonstop for 5 straight games and then they bounce in and out for a couple and then they're solid for a while. Like that happens. Rotation and strategery against the other team happens, right? Like
unless you're really good, then you're kind of stuck on the line.
Unless you're world class.
You're world class. And I'm going to strategically move us on to the next tab here. Americans abroad, and this was the couple days before, but Toke wanted to hit on this. Games. We had Paxton Aronson running amok, which is good to hear.
Oh, he scored, yeah.
Haji Wright, Brendan Aronson also doing well.
Haji Wright scored.
Josh Sargent is injured. Caleb Wiley made his return.
Josh Sargent is not playing till 2025.
They said he's going to miss the international break, the whole shebang. So, we going to see some shit.
Yeah, Mark. And there was some joke about him not scoring a goal since the last Trump presidency.
Yeah, what did they say? He hasn't scored a goal. So he didn't score a goal the entire Biden administration.
Yeah, something like that. Mark McKenzie and Toulouse picked up 3 points. Pulisic and Tim Weah were the winners in Serie A. Cameron Carter-Vickers scored in Celtic's 6-0 League Cup semifinal romp over Aberdeen.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about, man. you're beating up on Aberdeen 6-0, but then next week you're facing Bayern Munich and you hit a brick wall.
Yo, hearts till I die, baby. It's their year.
Till I die. Dundee United, man. Dundee United.
Cameron Carter-Vickers, like I said, Frankie and Maya Zendejas both assisted for Liga MX. Rokas Pukskas featured for Hajduk Split. Hajduk Split.
Excellent.
Split.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, Jesus. Hajduk Split. George Bello continued to start at left back for Lask. Justin Che featured off the bench for Brøndby. And then we moved to EPL where Anthony Robertson started, registered an assist, and played the full 90 for Fulham's 2-1 win over Brentford.
The game-winning assist, right?
Ooh.
If I'm not mistaken.
You
Anthony Robinson, world class as well.
Good additional context provided by Toke.
Side.
Tyler Adams came off the bench and played 24 minutes for Bournemouth in their 2-1 win over Manchester City. Wow. Good for Tyler, too.
Yeah, apparently he played well. Does Tyler Adams start under the next Pochettino window?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely gonna have to figure in if he's doing this type of stuff, even if he's only
he got to see more minutes though.
Yeah, he's got to get healthier.
He will. He just got back.
You got to give him time to get healthy. You don't want to stress that back too much. Matt Turner dressed but did not play for Crystal Palace.
No surprise.
Chris Richards is out also for Crystal Palace. Haji Wright started, got a goal and an assist for Coventry City's win 3-0 over Middlesbrough. Aiden Morris
coming.
Pardon?
No, I was gonna say this man is coming. He's taking his scoring from Turkey to the championship, man.
Haji Wright's got some skills, man.
Let's go, Haji. Aiden Morris started and played all 90 for Middlesbrough. Luca Koliesho.
They love him, by the way.
Luca Koliesho started and played 90 in Burnley's 1-0 loss to Millwall on Sunday. Brendan Aronson started, scored 1 goal, and played 66 minutes at Leeds United 3-0 win over Plymouth Argyle on Saturday.
Brendan Aronson scoring goals. Damn.
Dwayne Holmes came off the bench, played 23 minutes for Preston North End's 3-1 loss to Bristol City. Josh Sargent did not dress.
Sorry. Before you go any further,
I gotta give you guys time to answer. Yeah.
I like to think about Dwayne Holmes like being like that Mike Holmes guy, the home improvement guy. I would love to see it. I would just love to see it. It's Dwayne Holmes here.
And I'm with Holmes on Holmes. That's great. Josh Sargent, as we already repeated, did not dress. He's got a groin injury. You mentioned that. Ethan Horvath
surgery now.
And Ethan Horvath dressed, did not play for Cardiff. Yikes.
It's a good paycheck if you can get it.
Daryl Dyke is out for West Brom, and Lyndon Gooch is out for Stoke City.
Daryl DK.
Daryl Dyke. Oh, it's not Daryl DK. My apologies. My apologies, everybody. FA Cup, Gaga Slonina and Donovan Pines dressed, but did not play in Barnsley's 3-1 win over Port Vale.
I want the highlights, baby.
Emily Fox started and got assists. Katarina Mikar. Oh, this is WSL stuff, which, okay. Joe Scally played 90 minutes for Borussia Mönchengladbach. 4-1 win over Werder Bremen.
Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, you know.
The famously the home of Michael Bradley for a couple of years.
Oh. Yep.
I don't
remember. Oh my God! Do you remember a Michael Bradley with hair scored 2 goals against a win against Bayern Munich?
Wow.
Back on. Oh my God! You guys remember that?
Somebody's got to give a pifak about that. But Jordan Pifak started and played 60 minutes in Union Berlin's 3-0 loss to Bayern Munich.
No surprise.
Timmy Chandler came off the bench and played 17 minutes in Eintracht Frankfurt's 7-2 win over Bochum.
Timothy Chandler is still alive. Way to go.
Dude, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Cole Campbell came off the bench and played 1 minute in Borussia Dortmund's 2-1 win over RB Leipzig on Saturday. Leipzig on a bit of a loss tear there.
Good.
Leonard Maloney did not dress for FC Heidenheim. Kevin Paredes did not dress for Wolfsburg. And Gio Reyna is out for Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, did you see the kid got his debut for the BVB? They were like a historic day for Americans in Champions League, and they got to Dortmund, and it wasn't Gio Reyna, it was this other kid.
Oh, jeez. Johan Gomez started and played in Bundesliga 2, so did Julian Green and John Brooks. But John Brooks is actually out. He did not start at all.
Julian Green.
Oh, wow.
Julian Green.
Dan, this is like Bruce Arena's old U.S. men's national team.
And Toke said you want to hear the best of the best only, so we'll skip Terrence Boyd in third Liga.
Oh man, that's Bruce Arena.
But he did score.
Shout
a goal.
out to Terrence Boyd, man. Do what you love. You never work a day in your life.
He did score for Waldhof Mannheim in their 1-1 draw against Unterhaching. La Liga, Johnny Cardoso started, played all 90 for Real Betis, but Luca De La Torre is out.
It happens.
Christian Pulisic played and dominated 89 minutes in AC Milan's 1-0 win over Monza. Musa came off the bench and did play a minute.
No, good for him.
Gianluca Busio came off the bench, played 45. Tim Weah played and started 87 for Juventus. And Weston McKennie played and came off the bench for Juventus back then too. And we'll move on to Mark McKenzie playing well for Toulouse in their 1-0 win. Kobe Henry didn't dress for Stade Reims. Emmanuel Sabi came off the bench.
I don't know these cats. Skip the cats.
Okay, Caleb Wiley came off the bench for Strasbourg. Tanner Tessman dressed but did not play for Lyon. And Balogun
he's coming back
out
from injury, isn't he?
Maybe he is. And that is.
Or is it Tessman that they refuse to play? Or no, it's Luca De La Torre that they just refuse to play.
Well,
so I don't know. What do you guys think? I've been impressed by this 2024-25 season performance by Americans abroad currently. Like, I was worried about Yunus Musa and I was worried about McKennie.
Yeah, there's guys you worry about, but I think the rest, there's enough of the crop that's spread out. You got seeds spread out all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
So that's good.
And talking about spreading your seed.
And talking about spreading your seed.